Hi, master degree of occupational therapy student. Today I gonna give lecture on the topics of human occupation research in occupational science, current trend and future direction. Or in the Thai version is วิธีการศึกษาวิจัยกิจกรรมการดำเนินชีวิตของมนุษย์ตามแนวทางของศาสตร์กิจกรรมการดำเนินชีวิต Okay, this course is 51377 occupational science. Okay, first of all, I would like to inform you learning outcome. After you study both on site, on demand, online, you can understand the importance of human occupation research in occupational science. Very important if we understand the human occupation or occupation in everyday life activity, we can find out insights about human occupation, take it to be our research and based on our occupational science. The second, you can analyze research design. You gonna go inside into the research design. What is the mechanism? What is the frameworks? Analyze research design and framework in occupational science. That is very important for occupational therapy in master level or graduate student need to take and grab this understanding about the research design and how we gonna establish our research for the future. And the last point, you can explore potential future direction and challenges of human occupation research in occupational science. Now it's likely to be dynamics in terms of trendy, in terms of the future. What is the area that we're gonna done the research of human occupation in occupational science? We still have many occupation located not just only in hospital, but also in rural area, in people at home, or in our society. In terms of sometimes we can do the research based on work of the client, or it's related about occupational injustice or justice, occupational balance, or whatever. And okay, here we go. Before we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you outline. Okay, outline today what we're gonna learn about occupation in occupational science or human occupation in occupational science. We're gonna learn about occupational science research method, research methodology with emergent discipline of occupational science, research design framework in occupational science, research area in human occupation of occupational science, and the last things that implication and summary of this. I hope this video footage help you to learn and engage in the activity inside and related in this material that I put in Mango or CMU Mango. Okay. Occupational science is an interdisciplinary field that study the nature and signature of human occupation. The power of occupation, or we done, or we engage in occupation, that is the meaningful of life. We as the occupational being, if we cannot occupy time for engage in occupation, it's look like about the clock or the cadaver. We need to do something that whatever we want to do, we love to do, is related to your culture, related to your period of your time when you was young, you are children, you are teenage, or you are adult, or in the future we will be elderly people. That is human occupation. Is draw on theory and concept from psychology, sociology, anthropology, and other fields to understand the role of occupation in human rights. It's very complex in everyday life activity. Sometimes we know this is basic ADL, this is IADL, and this is the social participation, and this is work, and this is rest or recreation. That is dynamics in scope with our life to the future, from the past to the present now and for the future. Okay, occupational science research. We need to use this to explore the role of occupation in promoting health and well-being. It includes study on impacts of occupation on physical, mental health, and development of occupational therapy intervention, and analysis of occupational pattern and trend. In our research, if we try to study or investigate insight into occupation, what is the meaning, what is the purpose related to our health, related to well-being, it's very what we call growth in yourself, but they have the principle how we find about the meaningful of the message, or even though about quantitative, this is related or not with the human occupation. That is the core principle you need to take and attach to be a principle, to be look like a milestone. Even though you try to find out the occupational intervention or OBP, OBI, or any service related to the human occupation or not, even though you try to investigate or explore about the occupational injustice in some area, in rural area or in the border area between Thai and Myanmar or Laos, PDR, this is related to occupational science. And we're going to go inside into about how to develop our research. Okay. Human occupation in occupational science, that is Whiteford and Hawkins state that, and I try to summarize for you 2012. Okay, summarize into about the simple word occupational science as a science. Sometimes you learn already many science, you learn mathematics, science, physics, even though about you learn some chemistry. We try our generation, our former generation, our what we call scholar. We not just only speak blah blah blah, no evidence, no support anything. So we need about evidence, and we need to know about the pattern or the framework. Why is happen like this? Why is occur like that? That is we try to use occupational science to investigate inside. This presents the nature of occupational science as a science. It highlights the need for something to connect and unify various scientific activity, keyword, scientific activity within the field. We sometimes think it's because our belief, our culture, but this is the pattern. Sometimes we was born here in Chiang Mai, we was born in Isan region or Northeast region, we was born in the South, we was born in abroad. It look like you gain experience, and is sometimes it's have cause and effects, have the insight in terms of the activity. It's more sight into the task. Why you done like that? Because you receive the pattern of activity like that. The scientific activity that you learn is make you to be growing up, you be grow up to be yourself, to be your culture, to be your ethnics, major, minor or minor ethnics, minority, something located in some area in Thailand or some area in Southeast Asia. This is our occupational being, and we need to concern about occupational science as a science, that we can find what is the answer inside, why they choose that costume, to wear in Hu type or Hmong ethnics or Lahu ethnics because they need to preserve their identity. They are occupational beings. They grow up in this ethnic minority. They was born in the Hu type. They are Hmongs, they are Laupedia, or they are located in some area. This is they try to preserve about their identity, occupational identity. That is one we need to concern related about occupational science. Okay, occupation as the unified paradigm. It reflects that occupation serves as the unified paradigm for occupational science. Unify the paradigm. We need to think about the paradigm. Now we are located in the post-COVID era. This is paradigm shift already. Why we can learn like this, learn online, learn on demand. And something changed a lot during COVID until post-COVID-19. The paradigm shift that we need to think about occupation of us change as well. In terms of study, you can learn from anywhere, anytime. Learn with me, with Dr. Surinya, with everyone around the world. Even though not just only on time, but on demand, available. If you have available time, you can go and exit. The paradigm like this, occupation serve as unified paradigm for occupational science. We need to know why the context and environment make a people to do like that, to become or behave like that. Okay, even though you still was born in the South, why you love to eat the spicy food? Because the context and environment of you maybe experience with your family, with your society, and with your friends, and become too familiar with the spicy soup or spicy food or cuisine. Why the field cover a wide range of topics? It revolves around exploring and expand human occupation. This have looked like about occupational form and occupational performance need to fit together. We need to adapt inside. Even though you got the hard period of time, separate you, serious, or the what we call you need to tackle with all obstacle in your life. It need to be adapt and move. Sometimes take time. We have many things in our life located in human occupation. Starts by when you get up in the morning until you go to bed again. You have experience and gain experience all of occupation during the day, weeks, months, year by year, until to most of year become to yourself. Okay, concept of paradigm is describe a network of commitment and encompass, you absorb the conceptual, theoretical, instrument, methodological aspect. In essence, insight into is provide common framework for scientific field. Diversity of definition is multiple, sometimes completed. Definition can be beneficial as they contribute to scientific discourse and knowledge development. All of this, our scholar prep the way how to find out, how to track what is human occupation to do like that. Why? This is the way for them. This is the way for this group. This is group of the people. This is individual. We use this way to find out that is the contribution to our knowledge, to your knowledge as well, and to develop into the research in occupational science for human occupation. Okay, we embracing scientific uncertainty due to we are located in what we call the dynamics world. in the social world is not stop or the stagnant. Everything change and adapt and streamline with the year by year or the day by day, the week by week, everything change a lot. It suggests that occupational scientists should consider scientific uncertainty. Everything not stagnant or is not stable. With that mix, it look like mobile phone. Mobile phone in the previous time, mobile phone is just only about the analog system. Now it changed to be digital system and just everything put into the app. We still have place, and in the future is and we don't know, we cannot imagine it's going to be dynamics. It's uncertainty. And we accept that all is uncertainty. And all of this knowledge that we learned in the previous time, we from analog to digital. And in the future, it's maybe to be quantum computer, quantum technology is going to become. And now you use not just only the coin or note bank, you use digital money, digital wallet that you're gonna get 10,000 baht next year, right? 1st of February. All of things gonna be changed when you go abroad. You can convert money from Thai baht to be yen, to be yuan, to be US dollar, to be pound currency quickly. This is uncertainties of everything in our life, our journey change a lot. Okay, and we need to adapt. This then encourage continue revision and refinement of knowledge. It's never go to the end and the stop of the knowledge, especially in occupational science. Is develop and continue all the time. Okay, and the next is distinguish occupational science. Occupational science should be distinguished or should be identified from other side. It needs to be classified. It's emphasized the field focus on exploration, human occupation. It totality set it apart inside of human occupation. We need to understand behind the scene of the activity. Why did this group? Why did individual or society? Why Thai society? Understand the pattern of this activity. This is sometimes we use in terms of the what we call big family, and understand the pattern when we face or engage with something. It looks like a big tragedy in Thailand or in some national or some other country. Why we feel that? Because this is the same of social emotion together. Because we are human, we are occupational being. Okay, is unity of occupational science to maintain its identity and scientific field. Occupational science must unite its research knowledge into a complex and unified whole. The unified paradigm of human occupation is essential for achieving the unity. Now we have many things in our self and yourself and society and our what we call community. We need to share and learn, and we need to do occupation, meaningful occupation and purposeful activity. Sometimes we done is can what we call some group think that it's not the meaningful of them, but the meaningful for your society, for yourself. This is how we judge it. That is how we make is understanding in terms of the group, in terms of the occupational side. We try to put something what we call inside of occupation, inside of the activity, generate. This is very important. Why we try to let the client to do occupation because we believe that power of occupation, or we believe that when we put occupation in therapy or occupation in practice is effects to the people, to the client, to us as well. And how we unify or unity in occupational side. Presupposition of human as occupational being. The idea of that human are inherent occupational being is discussed as the presupposition that underlie occupational science. This assumption shape the field thinking in the research. We believe that we are human, need to do and engage in occupation. If we believe or our core principle, human occupation as occupational being, why we done like that? Because we do in the period time, we do after we do already. It can be look like deposit, look like activity in your period time until now that you doing. And after that, you being as yourself. You can make a role now. You can do a role now as to me, I'm a dad for my son. I am a husband for my wife. I am a son for my dad and mom. That is the role that we know is a being, right? And I am a OT educator here, trying to persuade you, try to shape yourself to think as about occupational being, try to use in terms of occupational side, things doing, being, and now in the future to be becoming, right? Becoming, we are becoming to older people or senior citizen in the future, or someone here, you will be marry, someone didn't marry and trying to marry in the future, or want to be lecturer in some university, or would you want to be great occupational therapy in the future, or expert in some relevant you are specialized in the future. That is you try to do from now to becoming. All of this is to hamstring or the change that we call already in terms of we need to think about the activity inside. All of that is look like make yourself to be for the future, from present, from past to present and to the future. The idea of humans like this is make you to be understand each other, understand the culture, understand the different people from the outside, from ethnic minority, from some government officer. Things because we are humans, human being, and know about occupational being. We have the viewpoint of occupational lens. That is our lens for look at and approach many people around you or engage or you gain experience. This assumption shape the field of our thinking and research. Boundary and expanding knowledge. Occupational science is seen as a field with boundary, but not over constrained one. It's open various way, not just only specifics or just only individual or just only people, but opens the option, or it has to be various way of knowing and study occupation. We study occupation and we know why they engage in occupation. It may be related with their attitude, their religions, their culture. That is study occupation or their rule, their duty, and parameter of what can be studied continually expand. Okay. Occupational science research method. Occupational science research method includes qualitative and quantitative, even though mixed method approach. This method used to explore how occupation affects health, to be health effects or not, and well-being, and to develop evidence-based intervention to promote occupational engagement. In terms of how to engage in occupation, we can use the methods, whatever qualitative or quantitative or mixed method that you're going to learn inside. Okay, to consider the case multiple methodology, it's worth step back to think about what the means for occupational science to be assigned. Okay, in the previous time, we know occupational therapy that you learned with Dr. Srivinya already. Occupational science help a lot in terms of our professional as occupational therapists, and it stems from the Latin word scientia, or science mean knowledge. Okay, occupational science is the science is concerned with methodological process related to build knowledge. It includes a sign in name indicate the field whole itself up to be involved in the scientific endeavor. As its most simplistic, the science endeavor is pursuit of understanding, explaining, predicting, thing in world, thing in the world. Okay. Multiple and highly valuable paths they should be open. Occupational scientists engage in the process knowledge, production, phenomena of interest would be multiplied, reliable. This is from Hobbes, his 2004 page 160, and hence open to multiplicity of research methodology arise from different type question. When we come to do the research in a human occupation, underlying or overarching of occupational science, you need to be concerned about human occupation. It has a mechanism inside that we need to learn about occupation. In summary, occupation that make occupational science unique, unite is as a sign. However, or nevertheless, it's also recognize importance of unity within the field and promote to open involved approach to the knowledge development. We need to find out inside of occupation or task or activity, what is the knowledge inside? Why is very important? Why is very satisfaction for individual, for the group, for the society, or for the community? The pursuit of scientific understandings in occupational science benefit from embracing uncertainty and embrace diversity of perspective. Some perspective of us is maybe different from another perspective in terms of professional. Other professional think that because this is like the nature, yes, because we think this is the nature of occupation or occupational nature, and that we learn. We know from this area, we know from this human, we know from this individual or this group. Okay, research methodology within the research methodology within the emergent discipline of occupational science. Okay, we need to understand the methodology inside into the occupational science and go and probe into the human occupation. Okay. Suitability of qualitative research. Okay. Even though we know occupational science, you can see the method both from quantitative and qualitative or mixed method, and suitability of qualitative research needs now is majority. The passage begins by highlighting the claim that qualitative research methodology or method are well suited for study occupation. I know the numerical data can gain the experience, can gain some information from individual or from the participants, from the group. But sometimes human have more than the number data or numerical data. This is why the qualitative research method are suitable. Use this for investigate to explore occupation or explore human occupation rather than use a quantitative, just only the number, due to its riches of symbolic meaning. The word of the human or the language of the human, the textual data, when we gain and collect that data, we need is have meaningful. We need to think more rather than think about the number. Number is really what we call very tangible. Some wording or some language or some textual data need to be interpreted, need to be things, presumably the meaning of good, the meaning of taste of the food preparation in Songkran festival. We know, but why it's got meaning? Why that is the duty for the mom, for the female doing to prepare before go to the temple to make a good merit. That is the number cannot find the answer because they have meaning related with religions, culture, group, community, whatever. This assertion suggests that the qualitative method can capture the complexity and in-depth or depth of occupational experience rather than use the quantitative. Okay. The second is evolution of research method. Now we know research method have many type or many kind of methodology or method inside. Occupational science have evolved over time. Is in every year of the field research, maybe now they use about in scientific world, they guarantee, and this is very tangible way used permanent by quantitative. However, it has shifted toward to qualitative research more. This is why you can see qualitative research or qualitative publication or qualitative study in Journal of Occupational Science more than quantitative. Okay, I say that it is not allowed just only about qualitative. You can done about quantitative, but need to be go inside into human occupation and shed the light and to interpret to the world in terms of occupational science, in terms of a human occupation. Okay, persistence of qualitative research despite increased research activity. The proportion of quantitative study remain relatively stable. Still got, you can find in Journal of Occupational Science, but it's stable. Even the following year, significant proportion or portion, majority, occupational science research continue to be or employ qualitative methodology or qualitative method. Okay. Quantitative or qualitative dichotomy, or we call mixed method. There is one kind of solution. The process points out that categorize occupational science research into simple quantitative qualitative dichotomy may not fully capture the worth of research material being used. Binary just only classification deemed unhelpful for understanding the complex landscape of the research method in the field. It can help a little if you can use both in terms of some have the answer, but the answer inside, we need to use more time to understand about the occupational experience from occupational being that they done occupation or engage in occupation. Quantitative and qualitative or mixed method can grow in and probe inside. One paradigm or one dimension is the number or numerical data, and another side is textual data. You can merge together or blend together is the answer. But in terms of insight, the study of the is deemed to unhelpful understanding the complex. This is why maybe they shift most all the time. It looks like you need to study more in terms of mixed method. Sometimes they use what we call, if you use qualitative majority first, or what we call major proportion, and quantitative small portion, okay, it can gain insight that we call exploratory sequential mixed method. Mixed methods have 3 types. You need to study more. If in the future, if I have a time, I'm gonna explain in the type of mixed method, 3 types: convergence mixed method, or explanatory sequential mixed method, and the exploratory sequential mixed method. Sometimes the exploratory, not explanatory use quantity first. Quantity is lead. Okay, and if you use like this, use quantity lead, sometimes it's very hard to find inside because it looks like major portion is quantity. All of that is the number. Most in support very helpful in occupational science or in terms of human occupation research. We need to use about the exploratory sequential big method, because that is the portion. Big portion is the qualitative lead or lead. Okay. Common qualitative approach is present. Common qualitative research approaches used in occupational science, including we have common to use about method or methodology or what we call paradigm. In terms of 5 paradigm, 5 of about qualitative is grounded theory, narrative. We got phenomenology, ethnography, or in terms of case study. This methodology help researchers, help occupational scientists to find out, to go inside into about not just only about the in terms of the domain, but inside subjective experience and meaning related with occupation or associated with occupation, individual group or community or social, cultural context. All of this help you a lot in terms of if you study related with the culture, you maybe use about the ethnography and about the head of our course, Dr. Surinya used ethnography about related with mom when she studied PhD in USC, right? I use phenomenology. Sometimes I use narrative. And one of our OT educator used grounded theory, Dr. Supalakasi. We try to go to find out something to build in the future to be about the principle or the model. That is grounded theory help you a lot. Okay, the needs for purpose, it should be raise the question of what occupational scientists are called, question and why. The research question that we is need for purpose. It looks like a probe or magnetic compass to navigate you to find out something, to find out the relevant point. It may be your answer, it to be the answer in the future. It suggests simply use multiple research methodology is sufficient without clear. If you don't have clear research question, it's very hard to find out the answer. The way that you find out, you need to clear direction of research question. It related with your aim, with objective as well. In terms of qualitative, we don't use hypothesis. We use research question to probe or navigate when we go to the journey of collecting data. Why we use this? It's look like a magnetic compass. We go to the left side or to the right side or go the direct way. And meaningful purpose for conduct occupational science research. Okay, you need to know about this question, not about the semi or semi-structured interview, outer structured interview or structured interview. The research question is pop up in your mind and you can translate and maybe articulate in the research paper. Help you in terms of the research proposal inside, that is help you a lot. Where we go this direction, clear this way. Why we need to find out is that is the gap in knowledge inside and go through relevant area or relevant participant to gain about more in-depth about understanding. Okay. Research design and framework in occupational science. Okay, we have a look. This is Journal of Occupational Science. Okay, Journal of Occupational Science by the publisher of what we call Taylor and Francis. Okay, Taylor and Francis is a big publisher as well. Okay, Journal of Occupational Science. Their scope very important. The scope is you need to find, if you want to submit to publish in this paper, the scope is the complex biological, cultural, spiritual, temporal, political, even though the politics. Why the key policy maker change occupation activity in rural area or in society because socio-economic or political change. This is why you need to understand about the scope. His historical situation. This is very important. Why the history like this? Even though about why the pattern like this, 10 years beforehand, now and future gonna be changed to another because cause and effect from the history. The history situation phenomenal. Humans are viewed as occupational beings who shape themselves, are shaped through their singular and share occupation in transaction with their society, culture, and environment. This is why Journal of Occupational Science try to dedicate advancing or advancement in terms of knowledge of human occupation. For example, my friend Dr. Michael Sai, at the time, uh, this is learned from experience because Thailand and Philippines faced with the drug addicts people. This is the articulating the form, function, and meaning of drug using in Philippines from lens of morality and work ethics. Philippines beforehand 2000 and during around maybe the president I cannot remember previous president. They use look like iron fist policy and make a look like a war on drug. Thailand we got experience at that time in the period of Dr. Thaksin Shinawatra before he gonna come to our country last couple of weeks. 17 years so 17 years ago we got the war in Thailand, especially we need this policy about eradicate amphetamine from Thailand and make some people pass away, even though about small drug cartel, big drug cartel, make something, some people, what we call in terms of occupational injustice in Thailand as well. Some people, they don't know anything. They think that and maybe put something look like about some, what we call document change about the dark cartel, small little is go to what we call war on drugs. Some people catch, some people pass away or death from the war on drug a lot. It's look like in terms of Philippines. Okay, Philippines at that period until the president, I cannot remember already the name of president of Philippines at that time. And Dr. might think that this is very important in terms of put the human occupation related to history, related to society, related to the phenomenon at that time, make the Filipino dead because and sometimes some detail of war that is not clarified and lead to be occupational injustice in the society. That is, you need to find out in terms of about the research. This paper, you just only find articulating the form, function, and meaning of that using in the Philippines. Okay, find in Google Scholar or find in the database of Taylor and Francis as well, and you can go inside. Okay. Okay, the next I gonna raise example of my research related to human occupation under overarching the occupational science. And this project is I done with my team in Mahidol University. I am a corresponding author, and we need to think that how we understand about human occupation from occupational therapy experience. This is occupational experience related with use home adaptation, assistive products. They got experience about this. Is this enough or not with OT service? Is this possible or not in terms of the use and engage in older individual and PWD or person with disability in Thailand? All of this we try to find out from the perspective view of the therapist first. And I come back to Chiang Mai. I done with older people and people with disability in Chiang Mai in terms of the client who use. And this is therapist perspective view. Okay, the title is Occupational Therapist Experience of Using Home Adaptation and Assistive Products as Intervention for Older Individual and person with disability in Thailand. Okay, this paper published in the qualitative research, that is the quartile one. Okay, the quartile one rankings in Scorbat and in SJR as well. Okay, have a look inside. Introduction. In terms of occupational science, introduction is maybe things in terms of the interdisciplinary field that is aimed to understand the complex related or relationship or companionship with occupation. We are occupational scientists. If you've done occupational science, okay, we try to use that the process of research. We are scientists. We do a science of occupation, find out something, discover something, explore something, investigate something about human occupation, related occupational science. Okay, that is understanding or understand the complex relation between occupation, health, well-being. This present will provide an overview of best practice and methodology for design effective research in human occupation and occupational science. This is introduction. In the introduction of this, is look like many paper. We need to find about occupation in here. It's about the home adaptation and assistive product related with older people or senior people, with PWD or person with disability. In the beginning, I start look like a big, what we call a funnel shape. The brim, the margins, the brim of the funnel shape is look like quite very big. The funnel shape is likely to be going down until too small. It's like the pyramid swap of the bed of the pyramid in the top. The introduction ask about the agenda of SDG. It's very important. 2030, the UN, they have their vision to make agenda for the future. It means sustainable development goal. That SDG, even though now in the university, in many institutions, take this screen and this plan to do. They got 17 sustainable development goal or SDG. This is starting this point first. And one of the key is related with about home adaptation and assistive products, because it related with older people and PWD or person with disability. And in the world, we need to clarify how or the number of the older people throughout the world. And in Thailand, now we fed with a society from the last couple of years. And after that, to explain more about the number of older people and PWD in Thailand as well, why it's very important to use home adaptation and assistive products, because now Thailand become to a society, and we have major proportion or portion of person with disability. Why this is important, the key message of it we need to give to the reader is linked to human occupation, because when we engage in occupation, we engage at home, at environment, your environment. If home is not help them because they get older, they make them to be deterioration, they're getting worse in some, their physical function decline. How use home adaptation make the older people better, makes PWD better. This is we need to put into introduction that is very important, key important to navigate the reader understand about your rationale, the point of this link from the perspective, from the perspective about the policy of the UN's SDG Thailand 4.0 agenda. It looks like about the chunking, the financial until to the small part that is focused on about occupational therapists will. That is we're gonna go further. Okay, this is introduction. Defining the research question. Defining of the research question. Research question, I said in the previous, it look like a probe or navigator. Magnetic compass can navigate you to this way or that way, to the complex way or not. The research question should be clear, okay, concise and relevant to the field of occupational science. It should guide the study and help to focus the research design. Okay, this slide will discuss strategy for develop effective research question. Okay, if you have more time in the future in terms of you study become to quantitative and qualitative, you study already, you're gonna know about the what is the research question, is effective or not. You can measure pro and con, cause and effects. Okay, about this, we generate beforehand relational introduction, blah, blah, blah. If you read, okay, this paper, and after that, we find something like a gap in knowledge. However, field study, OT, occupational use, especially in Thailand, use home adaptation and SCT product have been conducted. It's a field study, and they play a crucial role in ensuring that or older people or senior people and PWD people maintain control, autonomy by modifying their home base on their health limitation, cultural or cultural environment. This is why we use this, look like why we need to find out to understand the role of occupational therapy in terms of home adaptation and SCT product. This is why we try to go this way. We pop up the question because nobody study about home adaptation with Thai occupational therapists a lot. We have this role, right, to explain, to suggest to the client. We need to find out and take about most of the participants in terms of the mechanism of the process is under occupational science research to be, oh, this is the knowledge to be like this, like this, like this. This is we go to come to the way for digging, seeking insight with the participant. Okay, literature review. Literature review is the critical analysis of existing research in the field. It is essential step in designing a research study, as it helps to identify gaps in literature and inform the research question. And this slide will discuss best practice for conducts in a literature review. Literature review help you to previous time or beforehand, somebody done already, but not in Thailand, but not in Chiang Mai, in the field, in the field of here, they done already. Maybe they done in some country, right? The home of developed home adaptation. They got model, previous study, do some a little bit in Sweden, some done in Taiwan, in the US, and Thailand, right? Thailand is, this is some lack of some study, we find a gap inside that is help you to open the gap, how to cross up this gap, how to fill up this. That is the knowledge that we try to gain, try to go inside to find out, to collect this data, because it's very important. Okay, maybe they done this field about home adaptation or home modification already, but in not our field, in other professional, but they lack of something. Okay, with study in Northeast regions highlights about mobility of disability, and in 2017, right, they make a home study home adaptation for people with disability in Northeast region, but it's not cover everything. This is we find in terms of our rationale that we want to. We use this one key of this is we need to go and for the field for the add more in terms of our research. Okay, which the review. This is look like deposit from the previous research or literature review into our research future. Okay, research design. Okay, research design is the plan for how the study will be conducted. It includes the type of study, the sampling strategy, the data collection method, and the data analysis technique. This slide will discuss different research design and their strength and limitation. The research design need to be things about what about the methodology that we use. You're gonna to me, my research use descriptive, qualitative study, and we find insights. We use about we need to seek and understand, discover, understand the phenomenon, a process or perspective of the occupational therapists. Research design, methodology, and method align rigor and strategy, and we support by the ethics as well. What is the participant? Who is participant? We need to put in terms of inclusion criteria based on our category. Presumably, process of occupational therapy national license. If you don't got national license, we cannot allow you to be a part of participate in this research. And very important, you need to work more than 5 years. If you just only graduate, 2 years cannot take into this research. Okay, and you have to have experience in terms of the home adaptation and SCT products in each region as well. Okay, and very important, willing to share individual experience in terms of the interview. This is individual interview, not focus group. Okay, it's an individual interview. Okay, this is about the process or research design. Have what is the insight of qualitative? We use descriptive, qualitative, and use phenomenology. They are phenomenal in terms of their experience of using home adaptation and home SCT product for their client. We use interview process or interview procedure to use the interview guideline or semi-structured interview to use to like about the what we call a question to ask inside and ask, and they're gonna interpret their answer with the question. Okay, and we record all of this research design. Okay, sampling strategy, when we find out the sample about this research is very important. We didn't find about the how many sample size, not like quantitative. We need to calculate based on the questionnaire survey of the group. we use this sampling strategy because we find relevant with participants that is Thai occupational therapists in inclusion criteria. And how many about this? It means how many participants. It depends on the information is saturation or not. And what we call in this is we need to put inside with about the complete of about the how to sampling strategy. Even though about we advertisement or disseminate to 5 regional hospitals throughout the country, each hospital we find out regional hospital. Presumably, the regional from the north in Lampang, the regional headquarters in the south from Surat Thani, or maybe from the northeast region from Khon Kaen. Like this, all of this we find out, and we need to advertise first. If we cannot advertise or promote, it's very hard to find about the relevance of the inclusion criteria. Okay, it's important to select sample that is representative of population interest. Okay, the participant inclusion criteria, why we set about 5 years, more than 5 years, because we need them more experience and relevant with about the SCT product and home adaptation. If they cannot join with about it, even though they got 10 years, we need to accrue, okay, them from our study. Okay, this is participant. Okay, data collection. Data collection method are the technique used to collect data from participant. That is important data from participant. It's important to select method valid and reliable and minimize bias. In terms of the data collection, we use semi-structured interview. We don't use auto-structure or structured interview. We create semi-structured interview already. And after that, we provide the period to collect data between April to June 2021. Okay, the researcher reached out occupational therapy to meet inclusion criteria. The schedule interview for their convenience. Use telephone view schedule, manual convenient date and time, and before I gave the consent form as well. Okay, take around maybe 45 to 60 minutes or 1 hour. This is the data collection. This is we need to explain more. Where is the convenience is depend on individual interview. Maybe in the office, but not allow noise to interview because we use sound recorder to record about the voice from the participant. Okay. The next is data analysis. Data analysis techniques are methods used to analyze data collect from individual participants, and it's important to select the technique for research related for the research question and type of data collect. Okay, this is data called analysis. Sorry. Data analysis is qualitative data analyzed by use about Baum and Clark's 6-step approach that we call thematic analysis. Why I use Baum and Clark's 2006, even though it's too long time. It's near maybe 17 years already, but it's become to be principle. Most of people in researchers cite about Bond and Clark 2006 around near 100,000 citation already. A lot of citation. It's become to be generalized in terms of 6 steps from Bond and Clark about thematic analysis. When we use phenomenology, find out about phenomenon or phenomena of each participant But when we analyze use thematic analysis, supported by Bond and Clark's 2006. Okay, they got 6 steps. The step we need to follow from this mechanism until we go to interpiece about the theme, main theme, and sub-theme. Okay, this is analysis of technique. Ethical consideration. The research of human occupation, overarching of occupational science need to be relevant with about ethics. The ethics we receive from Mahidol University Central Institute's Reviewer Board, and we need to think about rigor and trustworthiness. Research occupational science must be adherent with ethical principle to protect about rights well-being of participants. In terms of rigor and trustworthiness, is very, very important. We need to think about in terms of creditability, think about transferability, dependability, and confirmability. 4 of these in terms of trustworthiness. We try to need to use about triangulation was accomplished through the interview and with the participant. Why creditability is the participant is occupational therapists. They are real people, and transferability, that is the message or the textual data from them. By offerings, description of them, of the sample, setting interview question on this is need to be transferred with transferability and need to be confirmed by them as well. When we take that textual message from them or textual data, and dependability, this is depends on about them. We cannot change anything about from the client or from the participant. That is need to be belong to their message and need to be confirmed by them. Okay, this is about the rigor and trustworthiness. Okay, limitation and future direction. All research studies have limitation that must be acknowledged. Most of research still have the weak points. Even though you create very, very strong, everything still have some limitation. And you need to share the idea. What about it? Even though about limitation about COVID-19, it's very hard to find out or blah, blah, blah. Or limitations help the, you need to touch and make you clarify. We cannot make everything perfect in terms of about research. The limitation help another new researcher or the researcher that grab this idea to cross the gap for the future that is got limitation on this. You need to aware of something. The recommendation from the limitation is this is we established even though about the nationwide throughout the country in 6 regions, or what we call from representative of regional hospital, but also still have limits due to about the quality of we need to find out something about more in terms of the relevant more, not just only about from public hospital. Some regions, big regions like Northeast or Central regions or Northeast regions, we still have private hospital. Most of them, they are representative from the public or government officer. Another view in terms of home adaptation and assistive product is might or should be from private hospital or individual clinic as well. That is the limitation of us. And one of the key things about the future direction, and we suggest for the future, is look like about if you have a chance for this to done this research more, you need to expand location, okay, location, and should develop uh, guidelines, some things for the future of occupational therapy. If we got about this, maybe make this research to be benefit in terms of tangible way, not just only about the textual data from the participant like occupational therapy and put into the research. And if we translate about it to be the guideline from their knowledge. That is the next step of us as well to be done. Now we need to done for the future. The research project is not stop or go to the end after just only this paper, because it's like deposit from knowledge here to extend or expand knowledge to another research. Okay, this research we try to what we call not just only about use this research for change everything. We need to use look like about the strategy linked to the government or the agency, the local government, think about in terms of home modification, home adaptation, assistive product for older people and for people with disability, because this is make the society, the government need to find out the budgets, local government as well. In terms of about this, we need to cooperation in terms of changing for the older people and people with disability. This is why they got injustice or occupational injustice in terms of they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the budget, they don't have opportunity to share and adapt. This is why we study from another people, from maybe third body, uh, from the therapist. That is in the future. If we have a chance, we have more time, we're gonna go to find out in terms of user like the older people and people with disability directly. Okay, that is help a lot in terms of the expand the knowledge. Okay, this is the limitation and future direction. This is the conclusion. Conclusion is designing effects research in human occupation and occupational side require carefully planning and and attention to detail by following best practice or methodology of research, whatever to generate the high evidence advance in the field, improve health and well-being of individual and community. In here, I done this research and I try to summarize my or conclusion of my research. This paper, they don't have the okay. This is part of conclusion. They put discussion and summary or conclusion in the same page together, not about the subhead of conclusion. Okay, this is the pattern of the publisher. Don't mind about this. But inside, if you read, you can see it is important, comprehensive understanding or understand the experience of occupational therapists who provide, that is this field to be about concrete, who provide provide home adaptation and assistive product for older individual or senior people and person with disability. Use of tool must be related to ability of elderly people, ability of physical ability, mental ability with people with disability, and possibility of their client. The possibility. This study finding present real situation in time context and reflect or echo the need for the client involvement such service. They waiting in terms of collaboration, in terms of the budget or something. This research present process of empowering client in terms of selecting products, being concerned about their own safety, financial support, and matching product usage with client functional capacity and need home adaptation and assistive product to apply in their context related to social and cultural dimension. Need to think about this in terms of conclusion. Okay, the research area in human occupation of occupational science. Sometimes this I point out the my research is the point out about older people, but in terms of the third body, people with disability, in terms of the therapist view about home adaptation, and in terms of assistive product when they engage or provide the service for this client. You can open more the area, maybe the area on occupational justice. Occupational justice is the concept that all individuals have the right to engage in meaningful occupation that promote health and well-being regardless of their society or social, economics, and cultural circumstance. Occupational justice. This is, to me, my research is still linked to be occupational justice. Need to ask for the local budgets, ask for the act, the about the law acts, about the order scheme funding for help. And these projects, we need help a lot in terms of the last project that I published about in terms of community linked to the older people and home modification. The Chiang Mai provincial administration, they provide the budgets for home adaptation and home modification in on time and in Doi Law as well in some area. That is one of the projects we need to put about the relevance of the information who suffer from home because home they're gonna be collapsed, but they are people with disability. They have a right to find out about the budget to renovate, to make their home adaptation. Okay, occupational justice is relevant too as well. Okay, occupational science in terms of mental health. That is very important to know about engaging meaningful occupation in terms of reduce stress, anxiety, depression, to improve overall quality of life. Okay, occupational science and aging. That is I done already. Is that now to waiting for my result and my manuscript. Okay, occupational science has a significant role promote healthy aging, engage in meaningful of occupation of them, of older people, to maintain physical, cognitive disability, and remain independent and engaging in their community. Okay, we can open the area in occupational side in disability as well. Okay, because it's promote participation and inclusion of individual or people with disability, person with disability engaging in meaningful of their occupation, while their lack of some social norm, lack of their rights or their welfare, why our how our society gonna move from the best way or the solution to help the people with disability to achieve their goal, to contribute food to their community, because they are one of the citizen, one of the human occupational being need to engage in occupation. Why they lack of this occupation, they cannot do because their disability. We need to help. We need to find out some solution with about the regulation, the law, or even though about work. You can to find about work environment, promote healthy work environment, or about the workplace, improve work-related outcome is enough or not. About make some taking risks about back pain, about the about the loud noise make the work is cannot go smooth. Engaging in meaningful occupation in work at work can improve about job satisfaction, productivity, and overall well-being. This is one kind. It's really rare area occupational therapy in Thailand cannot find insight into about the area of work, and it's very important. We still located in here focus on about the intervention with hospital bed, rehab bed, and now we need to move to rural area, to school bed, to work bed as well. It's very important for the future. Okay. Implication before the last slide. Okay. Implications. Qualitative research method that you can see are seen as a valuable tool for explore the riches or the richness and depth occupation-related phenomena. This is why you can use mixed method or you can use quantitative, but find out about some relation with human occupation and use that mechanism to find out the answer in terms of the what we call design. Research design need to fit with with the aim and objective. Okay, the persistence of qualitative research suggests that researchers in the field need to be recognized the importance of qualitative methodology in understandings and indicatings or indicacy of human occupation. Sometimes I'm not expert in terms of the ethnography or grounded theory. If we need to concern and find out more what we call some cultural activity or human activity, human occupation related about culture more, presumably like the people live in the mountain, the hill type activity. We need to use about research methodology like ethnography to find out something. Maybe invite some people who have experience in terms of that is the paradigm of crowded theory, ethnography. Even though about this help to find out what is the relevant, what is the strong framework of the qualitative health and the facts from experience or the textual data of the clients have the proof, the good mechanism, rather than you just only one paradigm or second paradigm. Okay, or video mix method can help some weak area that we cannot answer in terms of the number, why it's related like that. Okay. There has been notable shift toward to qualitative research within occupational science. In the previous time, it's got quantitative, and now is mobilized to qualitative research in occupational science a lot, reflects recognition of limitation purely quantitative approach like in the period in capture the complexity, because some complexity is very complex. It's very hard to use just only the number, but qualitative can grab about this because that is related with meaning, related with satisfaction, related with about identity. Why? Because they got history, why they got legend, why they got gimmick, something related about their culture. This is why qualitative try to predominate now in the future as well. Researchers are encouraged to go beyond the multiple methodology and consider underlying purpose and significance of their research with the context of occupational science. This is the key point. As we are occupational therapy or therapists and occupational scientists need to be understood, because even though we are therapists, but we come to the researcher in terms of about how to go inside about human occupation. If we use just only one paradigm, like a number data, you just only design like experiments, survey, or correlation. We know just only the number, but in terms of meaning, in terms of interpretation, and related with the context, related with environment, need to be concerned, because it's not just only about the number, but also the textual data or the message from the participant is the answer as well. In terms of this, we need to find out more solution, find out more relevance of the methodology to find or to dig about the answer from the research question. In conclusion or in the summary, okay, that we learned, I try to concise about the conclusion of the human occupation research in occupational science. It highlights at a growing prominence of research or publication in occupational science. It's called for deeper consideration of purpose and goal research within the field. We need to emphasize the choice of research method should be driven by specific question. The research question need to be clear and direct to find out or probe or navigate you to find out the answer. The objective of occupational science research, rather than simple quantitative or qualitative dichotomy, we need to think in terms of meaningful, purposeful, and think related with about vibrant or specific or related with the context, with the participant. Not just only the one group of participants, is multi-participant in terms of if we done in terms of community, find out something related with about the policy, local government about this. Okay, I think this lecture hope to helpful enable you to understand about the research in terms of human occupation. Sometimes it's related with your work already. If you learned or study, you will study in the next semester. You're gonna study qualitative. You're gonna know more about inside of the type of research study of qualitative, and you find out in terms of human occupation why it's important, why it's meaningful. You're gonna use this way to find out about the human occupation, research in human occupation in occupational science. Thank you very much in this. Hope you guys enjoy and to be remind to alert all the time to study about occupational science inside everyday occupational therapy, everyday of occupation. This is some of the word inside, and research is to see what everybody else has seen, the last words, and to things what nobody else has through. Had thought, sorry. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to things what nobody else has thought. Okay, thank you for your attention. Okay, we're gonna come to Q&A again in discussion. I think hope to have a good of your day. Bye-bye. See you.